Hi everyone! In today's video I would like to discuss the various challenges that you can face if you decide to go full party. Number one is money. As you can see, the Final Fantasy XI Ultimate Collection Seekers Edition is $29.99. You will need to buy this 6 times for a total of $179.94. Not including tax. Second, you'll be spending a minimum, meaning you will get no wardrobes and no mules, of $12.95 per character per month on a recurring basis. That's $77.70 every single month. That's it for the finances. When purchasing the game, there is a bug in the shopping cart. On the 5th or the 4th copy of the game, they might say that you bought all the allowable hard copies, and in order to have enough games for everybody else, check back later. Well, this is electronic copy, so this does not really apply. So what you have to do is change your email address on the purchase, and this will allow you to get your 5th and your 6th copy. The next problem that you're going to run into is the play online limitations. If you haven't noticed, you can only log in up to 4 characters per one Pol online instance. So what you need to do is get in all your characters logged in, meaning 1 through 4. When I mean logged in, meaning they physically appear in the game. Then you make a backup of login _w_bin and call it, for example, chars1.bin. Go back to play online, erase all your profiles, and then create 2 accounts for your 2 more characters. Log in with them into the game and make a backup again of login _w.bin and call it chars2.bin. So what's going to happen every time you log in using a batch file, you will rename your old chars1 bin to login w.bin, get into the game, then run the batch for your second set of characters and do the same. To get out of the game, just go to what I do is either you can close the game or just kill off the Windows process. Don't try to log out like your typical way that you go to the back to the play online and navigate to the prompts. No, just pull the plug on these bad boys. Next, if you log in and you start playing around and look at your GPU and CPU, you might see some crazy numbers. You might be approaching 70-80%, and your computer is going to be sluggish. You might experience crazy lag. So first of all, unfortunately, to run this game, you really need a decent machine. So make sure you got that. Second, it's an older game. Install DJ Voodoo to manage resources. So with my 6 characters logged in and recording at the same time, and there is a YouTube running in the background as well, I'm at 29% CPU, 30, and I'm using relatively 50% of my GPU. So you logged in, everything is fine, your computer is flying. If you're planning to do screen swapping for all the 6, you're going to overwhelm yourself and lose sanity. So what I suggest you invest is in key bindings, which means allowing different key combinations on the keyboard, like Alt, Up, Shift, Window key, and Control to fire various macros. But even before you do that, you need to come up with a system that you can tag your source characters, meaning the character that's going to be performing the action. So using Windows key F1 through F6, I can tag all 6 party members. So look, Grasu, Dancer Warrior with a dagger, Tank Top, Warrior Monk with a sword, Grasu with 2 U's, Summoner Redmed with a staff, Grasu with 3 U's, Geo Redman with a club, Ting 1, White Maid Raid Mage with a club, and Ting 2, Right Maid Wage Mage with a dagger. So I can select my source characters. I also have ability with the up key F1 through 6 to tag my destination characters. So how does this work, for example? So let me tag the White Mage, right? So White Mage is tagged. So now I'm going to be casting Cure 3 on my tank. So I put up key 1. You see it tells me Ting 1 is planning to cast, in the corner you can see Cure 3, and now I'm going to pick my tank with up F2, so it's going to be casting Cure 3 and Tank Top. You guys see? Now let's engage our Geo, for example. So let's go to Windows key F4. So I just tagged my Geo. So now let's do refresh for my party members. So in the refresh. So how do I do this? Let me show you my binding scheme. So like I said, you have window key, shift, up key, alt key, and controls key, right? So I have this broken down if I'm using main or subjob, right? So subjob is an additional Windows key. So everything is the same except you add additional Windows key. So to execute a weapon skill, I will go Alt plus Q going forward. So it could be Q, W, E, R. Abilities, character abilities, I go Control plus Q. If I want to do an elemental spell, it's a Shift plus A going forward. If I want to do elemental AoE, it's Shift plus Alt A going forward. If I want to enfeeb something, it's Shift and Q going forward. If I want to do enfeebing AoE, is Shift plus Alt plus Q. If I want to do enhancing is an up key plus Q going forward. If I want to do enhancing AoE, like Barfira or whatever, it's an up key plus Control plus Q going forward. If I want to heal, I go up key plus 1 going forward. If I want to do healing AoE like Curaga and whatever, I will go up key plus Control plus 1 going forward. If I want to remove a status on somebody, it's up key plus Alt plus Q going forward. So I have the keys, for example, for status removal. So to cast poison will be Y. So to remove poison will also be a Y. So I use something similar. Then dealing with pets, right? So up key plus shift plus 1 will call a pet. So let me show you. So I'm going to call my summoner. So up key, shift, and 1. Here comes my carbuncle, right? Now let's say I want carbuncle to heal Grasu, right? So I'm already in summoner mode. So I do up, shift, Q. So you see it's Grasu pet healing Ruby, and now I just have to select a destination. So pet healing Ruby and Grasu. So yeah, it took me a little while to get this set up, but everything is in place. So I just keep appending abilities as I progress. So yeah, guys, it's getting there. I'm moving along. Stay tuned for more fun. Thank you so much for watching. All the best. Please subscribe. Bye bye.